Welcome to Toffee TV. We are live. It is 8 minutes past 5. To be honest, we've just been sitting here just amusing ourselves at Steve Moody's comments on YouTube. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I mean, clearly a red, I would imagine.
Or a very big Arteta fan.
Yeah, I mean, generally amazing. Yeah. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, we're not going to say any more about that because it's absolutely nonsense. Absolutely. It's mad that people have those kind of opinions. Yeah, we are live. We're on YouTube, so everyone can join in. Get your questions in. Again, I'm going to say this like I say this every day, or every week, sorry, because normally it's fine. I want good questions, but they don't have to be Everton or football. They can be anything, but you have to be good questions. We're not just going to read out every single comment that appears on YouTube because that would take too long. So make them good. Make them so we have to read them out, whether they be about Everton or about Seagulls. Or
Jason
Seagull.
Seagulls, the
well,
man.
Jesus Seagull, really.
Well,
I mean,
Jesus,
you know what I
his
mean?
brother Jason.
But Jesus had a brother called Jason. Jason Christ.
Yeah.
Okay. Did he do anything good?
Yeah, the technical of Dreamcoat.
Okay.
And the Argonauts. Seagull.
What?
We were talking about the Seagull, not talking about Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ wasn't the Seagull, was he?
Did Jesus have any brothers though, or sisters?
I don't know. Well, we're all related, so we're all brothers and sisters,
I mean,
aren't we?
are we though?
Allegedly. Well, so they say.
What if you're unskilled brother or sister?
The way it is.
No, I'm saying because if you're unskilled, you're obviously less
of it.
qualified to be a human being. Apparently.
There you go.
Apparently.
There you go.
Yeah.
Hello, Gary.
Religious tolerance is what we practice. Mark G says hello, Gary, and then Gary says Hardy. Amazing.
And the siren, he's back.
He is. Margaret says hi.
The two hearts, that's good.
Mike Barrett says, all right, lads, after watching the Premier League show exclusively on Patreon, I've come to the conclusion that Sigurðsson has a promising career as a Premier League ref ahead of him. Been watching a bit of Serie A, and the refs all go to the screen to check the big decisions. Only the Premier League could get this so wrong.
It is mad, the no going to the screen thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
They're going to have to...
They did it a couple of times last night, didn't they?
They're going to have to just decide that they're going to do it in every game.
Did you see the one in the Chelsea game?
No.
Alonso?
No, he got a book, didn't he? And then he upgraded it to a red card.
Yeah, because But the ref obviously got told to go and check it.
Go and have a look at it, yeah.
He went over, had a look at himself because he is the ref and it is his decision.
Yeah.
And went over and decided it was a red card, sent him off. And there was no arguments. Like, that was the thing, whether you thought it was a red card or not, it doesn't matter. The ref is the one who give it. It cuts out 50% of the arguments because he give it.
Because it's him, yeah.
So...
Maybe that's one way out to take half.
To be fair, Gylfi does walk around pointing a lot.
Yeah, he's good at pointing.
So we'd be like, foul, penalty.
I think that's what Mike's saying.
No, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just filling in the gaps.
Yeah, okay. Tom Walsh
says, when was the last time you read the Beano? I used to get the Beano album and the Dandy every year at Christmas.
But when was the last time you read it?
Probably when I was about 14, I'd imagine.
Was it?
I'd imagine.
That, I think. Years
Classic.
Is the answer, Tom. Good question, though.
I mean, I've just spilt my coffee. Yeah, some people probably wouldn't even know what the Beano was.
No.
Dennis the Menace,
yeah.
Nasher. Desperate Dan in the
good old Desperate Dan and his cow pie.
In the Dandy.
Like the cow pie, didn't he?
Like, isn't it weird that like people like if you like that is like would be seen as something like proper old now? The Beano and the Dandy. I mean, they've been going for years. Like
still going now, haven't they?
No, I know, but it got like that thing with we're bringing it into the new century and we're gonna put it on the iPad, and it's just like the kids aren't asked about stuff like that anymore. They're just not.
No, it's all moved on, hasn't it?
Too busy like playing Grand Theft or something. I don't know. It's all YouTube. But the thing is, though, it's all YouTube now, isn't it? Like everything's YouTube. There's so like these kids. I mean, not so much anymore in the last couple of months. But things like Baby Shark become huge things because kids just watch them. I know my nephew, Archie, he just loves sitting and watching. And I don't know, he's autistic, and I don't know whether that plays its part in it, but he loves dead short like videos and stuff. You sit him in front of like a film or something, he gets bored. And that might be just for generally his age anyway. But he just loves short YouTube things that are going out, and like they were making millions of them, but now they're not allowed to because of the YouTube rules and adverts.
Yeah.
So they were making, and what the most annoying thing about that is that people are out there putting like decent quality stuff out. They won't be able to do that anymore. So
it's weird, isn't it?
Stupid, really. But I mean, you got all that from the Beano. Yannick says, what fictional character is amazing in their story, but would be unsufferable if you had to deal with them in real life?
Cat in the Hat.
Jason Bourne. And I love Jason Bourne. I love the Bourne films. But imagine dealing with him every day. You'd be always looking over his shoulder, going on about stuff he couldn't remember. Going on about stuff he couldn't remember.
In the middle of the night, writing things down.
Writing things down. Like you're having to move every other week because he's seen some fella that he doesn't like the look of. Yeah. You're going all around the world.
You, wouldn't he? He'd get you stressed.
Like,
chances are you're going to get killed.
Chances are you're getting killed because you're not as skilled. He's all right. Like as his missus did in the second one. Bodies are getting dropped. Even in the last one that was made, the girl that had some kind of weird history with him that you've never found out about, which I do feel like is one of the big plot things about the Bourne films, is his body's getting dropped left, right and centre, and you're like, you're all right, you're trained to deal with all this crap. I'm just like Joe Bloggs, sitting here reading my Beano.
He would be stressful.
Yeah, he would be proper stressful, like.
Be stressful.
Also,
and he also brings shit to everyone else, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Goes like a farm. Goes to that fella's farm. Next minute, the fella's got kids and all that.
They kill his dog?
The dog gets killed.
They kill the dog?
It all goes off.
At that point,
the fella's got to get in the car and go in the middle of the night.
They blow his gas thing up.
They blow the gas thing up.
And then there's a fella dead. How does he like, you know what I mean? How does he go back to that? Like there's a dead fella and well, who is he? I don't know. Unless Treadstone come and remove the body. But then that fella's marked forever. Do you know what would be really
stressful.
Bad? No, it would be bad.
Yeah.
But this is like, imagine Wolverine, right? Was your boyfriend, right? So no, just honestly, like you're lying in bed, right? You're lying in bed, Wolverine's lying next to you, you're thinking, you're like, yeah, I've got Wolverine looking at me sound. And then he has a bad dream. The next minute, he's just put claws in your stomach. You were just having a lie down. And he's just put claws because he's having a bit of a bad dream, which he will, because he got experimented on by the government. So... And
then things just shoot out.
They just go...
That's not good.
That's no good, is it?
You'd have to sleep in body armour.
Exactly. Or in a separate bed.
Trying to turn over. And no. You just wouldn't be able to go out with them. Just tough. Or if you went out with them, I guess you'd have to just live in your own... You live there, mate. And when you're happy, I'll come and see you.
And that adamantium as well, the strongest metal available within the X-Men world. What are you going to do?
No. Yeah. Tough question from Yannick.
I mean,
tough.
But I feel like we've answered it well.
It's been answered well.
I feel like we've answered it. If there's anyone out there who want to throw some suggestions at us,
wants to answer it better, then that's fine.
Richard says, hello Gary, what was your first away game? Mine was away to Blackburn, away. Well, it would be away because it was your first away game and it was away. We drew 0-0, kick-off was 3 o'clock and the bus left at 9.
To Blackburn.
I was 11, so I had to sit there and watch all the boats get absolutely leathered in the pub by the ground. Was that when we wore the black kit? Around 2000 and... 7? Or was it the Andy Johnson one where he had the goal disallowed in the last minute? What was your first away game? On your own.
On my own?
Yeah, on your own. I'm gonna put that and say on your own because first away games could be.
I'm trying to remember.
What was your first away game?
Coach. First away game was Stoke in the FA Cup.
Okay.
That was amazing.
Mine was Wembley, 85 Charity Shield.
Yeah. That's fair dude. Good one.
Yeah. My first...
What was like away game, no what?
Sheffield Sheffield Wednesday FA Cup, Villa Park, I think.
In the semi.
I think that was my first.
86, 5th of April.
First on my own was Manchester City away.
5-2.
5-2 on the back of a Barnes travel bus. Went down, asked my mum, she said no, asked my dad, he said yeah. Went down to County Road, went to the Barnes travel, bought a couple of little tickets.
Those tickets,
for me and my mate.
And off you go.
I'd been to a few games with my mate and his dad, but that was just me and my mate. And we were in the Kipax, which was sectioned off at the end. We had all kinds thrown at us.
Yeah.
Horrible it was.
Horrible.
But we ended up winning 5-2 last game of the season. It was amazing. Neville went off at half time, so Jason Keaton could come up. Amazing. Absolutely amazing game.
Goal that day. Belter. Classic. Mad City won it.
But you can't think of yours.
Main Road. No, because I'm trying to think of literally on my own. It's a load, mate.
I know, but
just games. I'm thinking about because I keep going. Oh, it's that one then. Remember going to Forest years ago on the coach? Us on our own.
Have you got an away game that stands out for something weird happening? Not necessarily a brilliant win, but something like maybe weird happening now. Some strange circumstance that happened in that away game. So I've got one right to the top of my head.
Go on, you start.
Leeds away. Thomas Myra's first game.
Yeah.
But it meant the end of Nev.
Yeah.
And I remember getting there and we just signed him. No one expected him to play. And we were in a terrible run and no one expected him to play. And we drew 0-0, but that was the end of Nev, which was mad.
We spoke about that on one of our things. I didn't know how to tell him he was dropped.
Yeah.
And we drew 0-0. Myra was good, wasn't he? He's good for a bit, Myra, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was for a bit, like. And then he wasn't.
I'm trying to think of something that's got like a mad little... Remember going to Blackburn when they come up? The first year they come up and we beat them 3-2 on a Wednesday night.
After, yeah.
And he may come with us and he had a pie and he had a bovril or whatever it was, drink, and we scored and his pie went. That was good. Hugged him and his pie just went out and he was just like mid-bite. And he was devastated for the rest of the match. And they're like, now mate, we've won. Blackburn have just come up, they got Shearer. We beat them 3-2.
I think we've been beat on the Saturday as well. I think we've been beat on the Saturday.
What a great win that.
Yeah.
And then we walking out after, and the Blackburn fans in front of us, and some fella had like Jack Walker 1 on his back and this other one had Big Dog 9.
Big Dog 9.
It always sticks with me.
You wouldn't be allowed Jack Walker 1 anymore to go against FFP. So
yeah.
Sorry for Blackburn and the dreams that you once had of winning the league. That's not allowed anymore. In fact, we're going to take that league off you because of FFP. Give it to Liverpool.
Liverpool.
Yeah, give it to Liverpool because they beat you on the last day. So that'd be like the linear champion in boxing. They beat you. Give it to them.
Forget the fact United were second.
Yeah, no, completely forget that. Just give it straight to Liverpool and forget about it. Happy days.
There you go.
Mark G says, just mute the comments on YouTube. Come on, play fair. We don't have to read them out. We don't have to read them out. And what's great about being live is and not being able to respond is we can just ridicule anyone we want. It's fantastic.
We don't need to. It's better just ignoring them.
But it's great. You can still do it.
Just ignore them. It's hilarious. What's the air?
Tom Walsh, what's the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow? I don't know, but what could an unladen swallow take on a Runcorn Swan in an arm wrestling competition?
No, not a chance.
So you wouldn't get that if you don't have Patreon. No. People who have got Patreon are just laughing their heads off right now. Laughing their heads off. They think that's the funniest thing they've ever heard. But if you're on YouTube, you just don't get that.
Yeah. The Runcorn Swans, mate, you're just not messing with
Icy Ice ones. They're Icy Ice ones. Literally. Keith says he enjoyed the Premier League show. He's in Amsterdam. He's loving it.
Keith?
He's loving it. Loving life. Joe Max says, what is the most embarrassing thing that's happened to you? Can't say.
No.
But it could be embarrassing. Mark G, for the best league in the world, Bayern has absolutely rinsed both Spurs and Chelsea in London.
They have 10-2. And I could get those 2 games in London. in their favour. Berserk.
Lucas says, just watched the Marcel Brands documentary and it made me feel very empowered. It's going to take time, but I truly believe he will take Everton to the top and will leave behind a legacy we'll all be very proud of. Trust the process. Thoughts?
Well, we have to trust the process, don't we? Because we're in it.
Yeah.
I think in general, his buys have been quite good. Still, obviously, there's a couple of question marks, but in general, he's been good. And they tend to be our best players, really, the players who've come through.
Yeah.
Obviously, got Dom and Holgate have been excellent of late, but in general, people like Luca Dean and Bernard and Gomez and Yerry Mina have been excellent, and they're people he brought in.
Yeah.
So.
It is a really good documentary. If you haven't seen it, it's out there on Premier League World last week. It was on BT and it was on Sky as well. It was good to just, it's nice to just hear the process of how he got to where he is and what went behind it and his track record and, you know, what he did in the teams of Holland and why that attracted Everton to get him.
Yeah.
Interesting today, just read a piece there in the Echo saying about Unsworth. He was on the podcast talking about that he doesn't get involved now in transfers or bringing players in, to the under-23s. He did under Walsh, and I think he was very influential actually in bringing Dominic Calvert-Lewin in, wasn't he, Unsworth?
He played against them.
You know, he played against him and said he wanted him. But he said that's completely done by Brands now, which is important as well, because what he's doing is he's creating that structure, isn't he? That it's all for the first team.
Right the way through,
so he's bringing players into the under-23s that will be for the first team. So, with Greta
Steinsson, yeah.
So that's important. Because Unsworth, as he said himself in his own words, he can concentrate on the coaching and that kind of things, that kind of thing now. So I think that's really important, because what that is one, it's getting everything on the one page. The next thing will be for the under-23s to start playing the way the first team do. If this is completely how Carlo Ancelotti...
He's a few stat though, Unsworth, doesn't he? In his interview, he says that you just need to be good players when you play in any system.
I mean, I've seen... I can't argue with him.
Good and bad from that.
But I've seen other clubs who are successful have a different way, have a similar way of doing things. Mark G says, husband to wife, tell me something that's both good and bad. Wife to husband, you're great in bed, but your brother is better. Oh, yeah, I should have read that first before I got into it. And Mark, you really shouldn't be writing comments like that on this, mate. It's disgusting behaviour. That's for Patreon only.
Yeah. Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Mark, please, for that.
Mike Barrett gives an interesting insight into his youth by saying, remember, you could roll up the Beano and use it as a weapon.
Yeah, I mean, essentially.
But I only got the annuals, so I'd have to have been like, I couldn't have rolled one of them up.
No.
I mean, if I could have rolled one of them up, I wouldn't have needed it as a weapon, though.
No, well, you'd have been on the Wales Strongest Man.
That could have been a thing on the Wales Strongest Man. Remember when you had to rip the telephone book? You can't even get telephone books anymore.
Roll up the Beano in the quickest time.
Oh, wow. Joe Max says, which fictional character do you associate yourself with most, either in appearance or personality? I don't know. I don't really look at fictional characters like that.
No.
I don't, you know. It's not for me. I mean, I'm sure there's people out there who associate me with a fictional character.
Maybe they. I mean, that's it.
Well,
Ted Sheeran.
I mean, what's he nodding for?
I know.
What's he nodding
like
for?
This.
Ned Sheeran.
Sitting there strumming on his guitar.
Hooks out of Star Wars and one of the bleeding kids out of Harry Potter. Jesus.
Well, there you go. But at least he's got a couple. I can't even think of one.
Chesney's the new one.
Chesney.
You do look a bit like Chesney.
That's
James says, forget all this Everton business talk. Real question is, who is Toffee TV's most sellable asset? The Piv, John Blaine, or Billy? I think it's Billy, because Billy's got the youth on his side.
Yeah, Billy's a bit younger than the other two.
And he's learning from the ground up. See, John and the Piv couldn't learn the tricks that Billy knows.
Yeah.
But I think Billy could learn those tricks because he's got age on his side. Billy could smash business and he could smash XG, no problem. I think he's a very intelligent lad.
Maybe.
I mean, at the moment he's editing producing this show and trying to solve the flooding in Shrewsbury.
He is trying to solve
all in one go.
All while wearing champion socks.
Well, he is wearing champions, but white socks are in now, apparently. They've come back in.
I'm not saying they're not in.
Also,
also
our pants that don't quite reach your shoes.
Yeah, well, that happens.
If that's back in, I don't want to be in fashion. That's all I'm saying.
It's fine, listen, it is what it is.
That's all I'm saying.
He's multitasking.
He's multitasking.
So you can, that's good. So maybe he would be the most sellable.
I think he would be.
He might get us the most, and then we could use that for FF.
My worry for Billy is, though, I think the big problem is, though, with the flooding situation, he's going to anger the Swans. And you don't want to anger Swans.
Not the Runcorn Swans.
No, he'll be doing the Shrewsbury Swans.
Yeah, but they're not the same, mate. They're not the same. Runcorn Swans are the one.
To be honest,
everywhere.
We had to break the news to him about Telford. And
we did.
You know, Telford are getting their athletics club are getting their own
safe standing.
Safe standing, and as we know, Shrewsbury are a one of the most unique clubs in the country because they have rail seating. So,
but
Telford have gone one up, haven't they? It's going to cause issues.
It's going to cause issues. The Minshalls will be on it.
The Minshalls will be there. Lads, this is from Lionsy. I know you like TV. Well, who doesn't? Who doesn't like TV? So have you seen Hunters on Prime? Yeah, it's brilliant. I haven't, and that the reason why is because I'm finishing off Narcos Mexico. So I can't watch two things at the same time. I mean, I can, but I like to give them my full attention.
Yeah.
So.
What are you watching at the moment then?
Narcos Mexico.
Oh, Mexico.
So that's me. So I'll have like a weekly show, which is The Outsider at the moment.
Mm.
And I have a binge show, which is Narcos Mexico at the moment. But I think there's only a couple of more episodes of that left. And then I will go into Hunters. Are you aware of what Hunters is?
No.
It's Al Pacino and they are Nazi hunters. So it's straight up our street for a start. And it's practically parked on our drive. But apparently, though, it's very graphic. And there's actually things in it where the Auschwitz Museum have actually had to say, these things are so bad that the Auschwitz Museum are defending the Nazis. There's something that happens in the first episode of how they kill people in Auschwitz to do with chess. And Auschwitz have actually got to come out and say that never happened. They were bad, but they weren't that bad. So I don't know what that says about the rest of the show, but apparently it's very, very graphic. And I'm looking forward to it. I really am.
Literally, it does sound like
It's fully up my street.
Yeah.
I was going through the channel today, and Quest popped up, and it was an old episode of Hunting for Hitler. Oh, it took me back. What a show! What a show! Hunting for Hitler is. It is magnificent. It is just so good. It's so ridiculous.
Face is lit.
Oh, I love it. I can't believe they stopped making it. So basically, if you haven't watched Hunting for Hitler, it's a show where they make huge leaps in like what they believe. So they'll go, yes, this old man goes like 90 going, yeah, I seen a fella get off a plane in 1945 over there. It was definitely Hitler. So let's go and investigate. And then they bring out all these machines to see if a plane could possibly land on this. Oh, well, it looks like there's a good chance. So that means he must have gone from here to this other place. So then they go to the other place and then make other massive sweeping guesses. But what's really interesting about it is that a lot of the stuff has massively convinced me that Hitler is still alive now and is happily living in the Belize jungle. Oh, he definitely escaped. Yeah. He definitely escaped. And loads of the stuff in it is true. And they find I think it was in Berlin, they found like an underground tunnel, and it is really there, that leads from the main like strip to the airport, and they say Hitler would have used that, and it is really there. So it does start making you think. They went to Norway to where there was a U-boat place, and they said he either went that way or he went through Spain. And when you look into it, it's all very plausible. Whether it happened or not, we don't know, because obviously we don't know. But when you watch it and you go, do you really think he killed himself? Like, no, when you watch it and go, there's no way this fella would have killed himself. His plan was to go to South America on a U-boat. Obviously, everyone knows that at the time, Argentina and places like that were very friendly to the Nazis. He was going to go there and start up again because he had people all over the world who were sympathetic. They had loads in places like America. There's no way he would have killed himself. Like, he wasn't that kind of person. He thought he was like his own little god. Because we all know about the tip of the spear.
go.
There you go. Get on it. What a show. But the thing about it is they have people in it. Like, there's a guy in it who's ex-forces in America. He's a UFC fighter and he's also looking for Hitler. Amazing.
Multitasking like
Well,
Billy.
that's it, isn't he?
Probably
He is.
related
He's
to Billy.
very much the American Billy, I thought, as well.
There you go.
You know what I mean? If Billy wasn't here and he wasn't sorting out the flooding in Shrewsbury, I believe he would be out there looking for Hitler. I think he would. He's got that about him.
He's got the...
I think those two, that could be a thing.
that could be.
ITV drama.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Shrew and the Ginge hunt Hitler.
The Ginge.
Well, you're the Ginger. I'm not Ginger, clearly. No, look at your colour of your hair, right? My colour is closer to his than it's closer to yours.
Billy's looking. Billy's like that.
You were ginger when I was going lighter.
I was never that like that. No. I don't know if my life could have lasted if mine was that colour. I really don't. It's bad enough anyway. But you've got to roll with the punches. It makes you who you are. And if you can cope with it, then
it's all good.
Steve Moody's put some classics on here. He's definitely not an Evertonian, and we're definitely not going to entertain him. But feel free to ridicule him in the comments. Sophie says, "Evening, lads. Never seen a more disinterested player than Sigurðsson. What's gone on with him? He was decent last year. Does he want out?" I mean, I don't think he wants out. In as such of like, where's he going to go? I just think it comes to every player where they're just not good enough for the team anymore. At the end of the day, you know, it happens to players. Something happens in a player's game where you can't keep up with other players. The system changes. You know, we're talking about a player scored one Premier League goal this season. His game's completely dropped off, and that's just the way it is.
Legs have gone.
What you've got to do is just say, get him replaced. Like, I don't look at him and go, you're this or you're that. You just go, can't do it anymore. And hopefully we replace him. And then that's it. It happens to everybody. When you're younger, it's more difficult because you don't normally see sort of like through a whole career. But as you get older, when you start seeing players come and go, you know, bloody hell, I remember the day like Rooney made his debut, and then you're seeing him now playing for Derby, and he's got that ridiculous beard. That's ridiculous.
Cutthroat Pete sort that beard out.
And you're like, you've seen this whole career. It's weird. It is weird, but you've just got to go. That's life. You get old. Everyone gets older, and
the thing about the Premier League now is it's so fast that the end comes quicker for players who aren't quick, playing in an area of the pitch where it's affected so much by your mobility. You're just not mobile, and the system we play quite clearly just isn't suiting them. So it's sad, but what can you do?
No. Matthew Neil says, "Hi lads, do you know of any new transport links the club will invest in for Bramley Moor Dock? From the planning permission document, transport could be an issue." Well, Everton wouldn't invest in transport links. It's got nothing to do with them. That's up to the council to sort out the logistics. I don't think it will be an issue. I think they've put in it where the zones are of parking and stuff, but it's got nothing to do with the club. The club can, if you go down there now, where Bramley Moor Dock is, they're doing the road now, and they've just put in a big cycle path, which is supposed to connect the south end of Liverpool all the way to Southport. It's going to go all the way to Southport. They're doing the road as well, and they're doing the higher road as well. The next one up, they've done that as well. They've strengthened the bridge on Great Howard Street as well. They're also bringing Leeds Street all the way down. So instead of you having to, if anyone knows the area, Leeds Street, when you come to the bottom now, you have to do a turn, and then there's another little turn by Costco. Well, what's going to happen is Leeds Street is going to continue, and there's an industrial park there now. They're going to get rid of that, and it's going to go right through the industrial park, so it joins up with the Dock Road, so it sweeps right round. But what I would say is, Sandhill Station is literally a 10-minute walk, right? And if you think about it on a match day, you get off the train, you walk 10 minutes, there might be a pub or some vendors or some stalls or whatever.
Be buzzing around there.
Be buzzing, so you'll walk and you'll be able to see the ground as well. Basically, as soon as you come off the train, well, you'll see it when you get off the train because the platform. Sandhills is going to be made bigger. I've been told by people who work on the railway, because I used to work on the railway, and people who've worked there have told me they've seen the plans. So that's going to be made bigger, so more trains will be able to get in. So if you go into town, you could get a train out of Moorfields or Central Station, or from Lime Street in, and then go down to there. You can walk from town as well. It's a 15-minute walk. I've walked it a couple of times. And imagine again on a match day, it'll be buzzing, excited to get down there. So you'll walk it. I'm sure there'll be the soccer bus. The car. There's going to be a car park at the ground. I think it's for 400 odd spaces, isn't it? I mean, that's not going to allow probably normal people to go in.
No.
But I wouldn't worry about it. But honestly, it's got nothing to do with the club. That's to do with the council. You know, if you know, we think about things like Aintree, how many people come in and out of Aintree. Think about things like Anfield. If you've ever been round Anfield when their game finishes, and again I did when I worked on the cabs, to get back to town it's an hour. You have to wait for an hour in queues of traffic, and you know, so anyone who says that this is going to cause problems, it shouldn't, because really there's 3 ways of getting away from it. You can go more north towards Bootle and towards that way out the city. There's straight up, that'll take you towards Sand Hills. And then there's the other way, Leeds Street, that takes you out to town, or up towards Leeds Street, Islington, West Derby Road, that kind of way. So, honestly, I wouldn't...
Or out the other way, down to
or down the south.
Yeah.
So there's 4 ways, really, of getting away from it.
Try and get away from, well, you know, getting away from Goodison isn't great.
Yeah.
You either walk 20 minutes to get your car where you try to park, or if you're in a car park, you can't get away. So, it takes ages.
Yeah, honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. These are the things that the logistics of it are. Everton will put things in place. Like Everton have put, there's going to be so many bike racks as well, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I know that might sound stupid to people, but if you go to like train stations now, they have like bike racks there so people can cycle. Put them in these secure cages. I don't know whether the ones are good. I don't know what Docker me like secure cages. You can go down there, put your bike, and go to the match. Now,
Isn't there a possibility of water taxis as well? I'm sure there is.
Someone will.
From the Liver building, or down to...
Someone will, won't
I'm
they?
sure there is.
Someone will.
So, there's all of that.
Who's to say in time, not saying right now because it's not, but who's to say in time they don't decide to build a ferry terminal there,
like
and you can get ferries across from the Wirral. Or if you're coming from the Wirral, what they might do is they might have like a train that leaves from, like, say, Hamilton Square and go straight to Sand Hills, which can happen, by the way, because, again, working on the railway, there are tunnels under there, because there's tunnels that go from Kirkdale all the way to the Wirral, so they can take trains. Nobody needs trains. Okay. So who's to say that they don't on a match day? Because don't forget, again, if you think of something like Aintree, they have trains that go from Aintree, because, again, I've got experience of this. What they wanted to stop doing was people getting taxis, because people were saying we're getting ripped off on the taxis. And so what they said was, well, they were encouraging people to use the train. Right. So what they said was, well, we're going to have a certain amount of trains that go just from town to Aintree without stopping. Okay. Right? And we're going to have them, and they're going to be the massive trains, and they're going to go dead quickly, so they can get as many people away from Aintree into Liverpool city centre as possible without messing about. Some of them do stop, don't get me wrong, but it might be like a stopper and then a fast one and a stopper and a fast one. And who's to say they don't do that? Who's to say that they don't have a train that goes from Liverpool Central straight to Sand Hills and back, or from Hamilton Square straight to Sand Hills and back, and have it that way, so you're getting people in and out as fast as possible? Because if you think about it, that's the only issue. There's loads of car parks in town that you could park in.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? There's loads, absolutely loads. So
I think more people will just travel into the city centre and go and have a bevy, or go and have a maybe even lunch or whatever, and then just walk along, because it's not really that far a walk, 15, 20 minutes walk, and you're at the ground, you know.
Well, for me...
Or even get there early, hopefully the fan zone area will be...
If you think about me and you, right, we come from slightly different sides, but we could say, we could get a lift, or could walk up to Wavertree Tech Park, right? Walk or get a lift, dropped off, get a train into Lime Street, then either walk from Lime Street, which wouldn't be that far if it was a nice day, of course, or walk over to Central, jump on a train and be in Sand Hills in 10 minutes, 5 minutes. Yeah. So that might take you from Wavertree Tech to Sand Hills, that might take you 25 minutes. And you haven't had to take your car.
No car, yeah.
You haven't had to take your car.
Yeah.
So
there's going to be loads of ways around it. I used to say, people won't buy the land anyway and build a car
there'll be
park
loads of
themselves
car parks.
or have like the space.
If you were to buy a hotel, there'll be loads of hotels down there.
Yeah, 100%.
I know a lad who sold his garage for £1 million down there.
Has he?
Right, £1 million he sold it for. Because the buildings are solid.
Yeah,
They're absolutely solid. So if you, let's say you build a hotel though, and you put like, you've got a bit of land next to it, you'd build a car park, wouldn't you? And on a match day,
Charge for it,
you're going to be coining it in. So I would not worry one bit.
No.
One bit. Because the ultimate one is just walk up to Sandhills and jump on a train and you can be anywhere. You can go to Kirkdale, you can go to Moorfields, you can go to Liverpool Central, and then you can be at Lime Street. And then essentially, in 10 minutes, you can be at a station where you can go anywhere in the country. Or you can go to Kirby or to Ormskirk or to Southport or to Hunts Cross. There you go.
There you go.
No one needs to worry about it.
Job done. I'm expecting more likes than 90, to be honest, but there you go. Each to your own.
Martin Edwards says, after blowing dust off our GameCube, I got back in the loft and found our Nintendo 64. We are now pod racing. See, this is good.
That's good.
This is good. This is what I like. It's boss when you go back and you get like, I did this a few years ago, said the other week, didn't I? I really wanted to play Rebel Squadron, I think it was. So I just went on eBay, bought a GameCube for buttons and just had this one game. And then when I got bored of it, I just put it back on eBay and sold it.
Oh,
It was
did you?
amazing. I mean, you won't even have to do that soon, will you? Because now with like this new Google one,
Yeah.
all you need is a pad, don't you?
Pad, that's it, yeah.
And
Stadia,
and your
Google
telly,
Stadia,
and that's
yeah.
what they'll all be like soon. I think.
Yeah.
I know this next generation, PlayStation 5 and the next Xbox, they're going to be obviously, you're going to have your hardware.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
I think that'll be the last generation. I think the next generation are all going to be,
Log in
you buy a
online.
pad, you buy the login, and
Off you go.
the Wi-Fi will be well good enough. The Bluetooth will be well good enough, and
Off you go. Plug and play.
And that'll be it. That'll be the future.
Sorted. Jediah Iono,
Morning, gents, from
Redondo.
Redondo Beach, California.
Good morning.
See you in June.
Jediah, hope you're having an enjoyable day, mate.
Stewart says, Ped, are you related to Tyson Fury? No. Why would I be?
Oh, maybe you think you look like him, because you said that before.
I think I do.
Sophie.
Ollie says, where do you work? Here?
Here.
We work here. This is our job. Okay, let me just...
Yeah, just...
Goodbye, Steve Moody.
Realtor's a good lad.
Toffee Bluno says, Jesus had a brother, James.
There you go.
There you go. That's what we want. Realtors says, I don't know, because where's it just gone?
He's just moved. He's just moved down, that's why.
Sorry, I apologise. Realtor says, what do you think, who do you think should play Speedo Mick in a film about his recent achievements? I don't think there's anyone else who could play him but Speedo Mick. I don't think anyone else would be allowed to play him by Speedo Mick.
Just Speedo Mick. Let him just do it. Surely.
Or Dustin Hoffman.
He's got a look at Dustin Hoffman about him. What does Dustin Hoffman look like in blue budgie smugglers though?
Exactly.
That's what you're going for, and hiking boots.
Just walked down around the country. Yeah, just walked down around the country.
I mean, it's not always Raymond.
Well, isn't he? What else have we got?
Ignore that.
I'm definitely ignoring that. Will Cook says, after Gomez's performance, do you reckon he'll pick up from where he left off with his performance, and do you think Obama will slot into the side again, or will he be replaced? I mean, you can't be replaced if you've never played. Can you, really?
I think sell him. You've got to give Gabaman a chance, haven't you, to prove himself. He looked a very good player in Germany. Physique-wise, he's exactly what we need. Good passer of the ball, but we just haven't seen anything of him because of the injury. So it's not his fault he's been injured. He'll be devastated that his first season's gone like this. But we definitely need another one. Sangari was linked this week, and he'd be an excellent signing for Everton. Good age, well, great age, good price. 6'4", box to box, can play short, can play long, gets involved. He'd be perfect for Everton. And then if you add them as your main three, supplemented by, say, Delph and Tom Davis, if Davis doesn't go out on loan, then you've got strong midfield, really.
I think what we need is, we need players who are like for like. What we've got at the moment is too many players that
for slow.
Yeah. So if you have Gbamin, you need another one who's like Gbamin. So that's one thing we need to do, is sort out having two of a certain kind of player. AS says, if the team went on an end of season cruise, which player would you be least bothered losing to a Somali pirate?
That's harsh.
Wouldn't want to see any of them. They're human beings after all. You know.
But who would it be?
Look at my ass. I am the captain.
Who
I am
would
the
it
captain. No, I wouldn't be Sigurðsson. I like Sigurðsson.
Like him,
in a way. I don't want him in the team.
Snarl.
Be Snarl. No, that's
Well, I mean,
can never get over what Snarl did. I'm
No,
sorry.
no.
I'm tormented by it. Tormented. I'm gonna say no, I can't say that. I'm not allowed to say that.
Okay.
I'm not allowed to
Lindsay
say that.
65 said, evening lads and fellow Blues. What do you reckon?
Just do me a favour. Just mute us for a second. Thanks.
Evening lads and fellow Blues. What do you reckon to Gabriel then?
Gabriel.
Gabriel. I still think we need a goalie.
Listen,
to push
dreams
Pickford.
can come true.
They can. We need a goalie to push Pickford.
No, but we do.
I don't know, but I don't know how you get that goalie. Do you know what I mean?
Ben Foster, I've told you. Ben Foster,
That's if
I
Watford
think.
don't keep him.
Well, he's
He is out. He's out of contract. Yeah. And they could.
honestly,
they
I
could
genuinely believe Ben Foster would
He
be
would be a
would be
great
a
number
great
two.
number
He would.
two. But you say to him, it's yours if you want it. Well, you know what I mean.
He's a good keeper.
I think he. And then you've got Virginia.
Then you'd have the perfect mix really, because he's much better than Stecklenburg and Lersel.
And Stecklenburg's not going to be here, and Leerson's
No.
not going to be here.
So
Leersel will go back to Sheffield. You
then
know?
what you're doing is
Huddersfield.
you've got a year then to make a decision on Pickford and Virginia at either end of the scale, haven't you? Because Virginia should then be looking to be the number two. He'd be 21, 22 then. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course. Ryan says, recast the original Star Wars film with current Everton players, board members and coaching staff. I mean, that would take far too long.
Who'd be Obi-Wan Kenobi? Bill? No. Mashiri?
No, hang on. You've got to think
you've
about
gotta
what
think
you've got to
about
think
what
about
they
what
are.
they did in it. Yerry Mina is Chewbacca. No doubt.
Okay.
No doubt, because the only one tall enough
Yeah.
to be
Tall
Chewbacca.
and physically empowered. Yeah.
He's the only one. Yoda, Leighton Baines.
Okay.
If you think about it, it's Leighton Baines.
Okay.
It's the old wise man.
Wise man, yeah. Okay. Did Yoda have a camera?
He might have.
Probably
He just didn't get it out.
Yeah.
Or the camera.
Walking around. Han Solo.
Han Solo would be.
With Charlton. Just like a bit renegade.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Don't know. I'll come back to you.
It's hard. It's hard.
Yeah, it
Needs
is
more
hard.
thought. Needs more thought. Good question, all right.
No, it is a very good question.
Richie Rowlands, you have a think. Richie Rowlands says, howdy boys, sat here watching live at 5 of all. As always, I had a quick look over the YouTube comments just before and thought, Jesus, Siegel, there really are some clown comments on there. So back to Patreon, I go. What computer games did you used to play when you were younger? I love Theme Hospital, and they just released an updated version called 2 Points Hospital. Downloading it now, but it's 1.6 gig. Love the show, gonna watch the Premier League show next.
Do you know what the problem is? So I'm actually looking. The problem is that when you say what games did you, it all comes down to how old you are, doesn't it? Because obviously, if we say a game, someone will go.
Theme Hospital's like a sim.
No, I know.
simulator, isn't it?
I like the sim ones where you. I like the sim.
I used to love Monkey Island as a kid. Did you ever play that?
No,
That was boss.
No,
Monkey
'cause
Island. 'Cause that was like a.
I was more like
That was like an adventure game. But football games, I'd always play football
Can
games.
you see a box behind you saying Striker? It's a Super Nintendo game. Just see if you can see it. Striker. It should just be on that pile there. I don't think it's. I don't think it's in the cabinet. First thing I got.
Did you ever play Emlyn Hughes' Soccer?
No, don't be silly.
You know, as a game?
No,
it was
don't be silly.
absolutely brilliant.
There's a shop down. There's a
brilliant
shop down by ours. I mean, this is when you could buy like tapes for £2 and stick it in. And I did have like a player manager on it quite early on. And I remember me and this kid now, Steve, were playing on it. And I remember getting like promoted from Division 2 and just having like parties in the house.
Amazing.
But I had first thing I got was a Nintendo, and it was obviously
It was Mario at the time. Then I got a Super Nintendo. And I got it with Street Fighter 2, because you did, didn't you? And then I had this game, Striker, which I loved, and it's over there somewhere. And it was actually developed in Liverpool. It was actually developed in Waverley Technology Park.
Oh, was it? Yeah, you used to test the games there.
And but it was had an indoor mode in it. It was I loved it. But indoor mode. It was very niche. Don't remember too many. Billy's like working hard for it.
What console is it?
It's from Super Nintendo. No, that's FIFA. Weasley.
Use your wizardry to make that Striker. It's that's it's a cartridge.
That's Mega Drive.
And you slid it into the Mega Drive.
Yeah.
And off it went.
And then, so I had like Super Mario 3, which I thought was brilliant. Do you ever remember that film? The Wizard. And it had Fred Savage in it.
No,
so there's a film called The Wizard out there, like with Fred Savage. If anyone remembers Fred Savage, The Wonder Years. And he's been in a few things recently, like he was in the Deadpool. He's in Princess Bride. Seen Princess Bride, haven't you?
No.
Oh my God! Have you two seen Princess Bride?
Princess Bride?
Yeah.
Who's in it?
Oh my God, I hate all you people.
Who's in it?
Peter Falk's in it. Andre the Giant's in it.
Don't know.
Oh my God. Anyway, it's an amazing film. It's absolutely amazing.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I might have seen it, I don't know. Peter Falk, Columbo.
Right, so he's in bed
go on.
and Peter Falk's his granddad and he's telling this story called The Princess Bride.
Right, yeah.
You've never seen it.
Okay, go on.
So anyway, it's about this kid who he's like, you'd probably say now he was autistic, this kid.
Yeah.
And he goes missing and then his family have to go out looking for him. And he's trying to get to LA to play in this console competition.
Yeah.
And that's in the game, that's where they actually unveiled Super Mario 3 in this game.
Oh, was it in that thing?
But they meet like, it's like a road trip film, and in it they meet this kid, and he's got like, do you ever remember the power glove?
Yeah.
And he's got he's playing the game with the power glove. And I'm watching it going, when you're a kid and they've got all these things that you haven't got, and it's like, this is the most amazing, and they're going to like Universal in LA, and it was like amazing, and yeah, it's not a great film.
I used to have a Tomitronic. That you'd like look through your thing and play like Space Invade and like, I used to love all that.
So
I've always loved the computer stuff.
And then I got my PlayStation. And
I had
then
an Amiga, Commodore 64, and the Commodore Amiga. I know. There's always footy games though with the main.
Yeah.
Well,
I got my PlayStation. I remember having Olympic soccer on my PlayStation. And I don't think I still got my PlayStation. Got my PlayStation 2. Got it chipped. I mean, that was the thing. You wouldn't even know what chipped was. I mean,
getting a chip.
Getting a chip was the most amazing thing in the world. Like,
it was, but didn't you find it ruined it in the end?
So if you got a chip, well, it did, yeah, but you didn't think that when I was my age. And I was like, so if you got your PlayStation chipped, right, what it meant was, it basically meant you could play copies of games. Yeah. So you could buy copies of games for £5. So instead of paying like £40, but it also meant you could play Japanese games. Yeah. So PES used to be called Winning 11, right? Winning Team 11 or Winning 11.
Winning 11, yeah.
And you'd get it like 6 months earlier, but it was all the commentary was in Japanese, and it was brilliant. Yeah, it added this different layer to the game.
And the game was better.
And the game was better.
Because they bring it out 6 months earlier than here. So every time they bring the new one out, it was better than the last one because obviously it was updated. So you were still waiting the 6 months before it come out.
And they'd have all mad, like the commentary used to go weird. And the words were mad. You used to always say Cherry Kunda, and I still to this day don't know what it means. It was Cherry Kunda.
Means just what?
Probably did. But it was but this one PES was amazing.
He was just ordering constant cherry colas.
Cherry Kunda! It was like, so it was ISS and then it was Pro Evo. And then Pro Evo till Pro Evo 6 was the greatest football game ever, and it'll never be bettered. I don't give a monkeys what FIFA do or think they're going to do.
Pro Evo, this year's one
I haven't got it.
Absolutely brilliant, and I can't believe you still haven't got it.
I had a football.
I had a
and a wooden horse.
I had a football as well, but
we had both, you know what I mean? We had both. That's where life was different. We had both.
We've not got electric in Centelling.
No, well that is the. You need to get a generator.
You know what I mean? You know who you want to speak to get it sorted? A muggle. Richie Rowland says, I've done that, haven't you?
That's where we've got the game question.
I know, sorry, I'm just Graham Ferguson says first away day was Bolton away cup mid-90s. I was there, 1-1. Paul Rideout, then Paul Holmes kicked it onto his own bar. And then, kicked it onto his own bar and then scored an own goal. But some bloke had just come back into the stand with a pie and in anger after conceding it, threw it at the pitch, but it hit a bowl fella flush on the head at the front. Strange but funny memories. They're the best things. I remember one thing about that day. So, what I remember that day was, because it was the third round of the FA Cup, it was Mike Walker's first game.
Remember like 80-12 photographers around him, and they were
Mike Walker's first game.
Sat on a school bench with the subs.
And I got something for Christmas and I wore it that day, and I'm so gutted I don't want to own it now.
The blue trackie with the yellow thing.
No, Nev's black goalie top.
Oh, the black goalie.
So I wore it, I even had the big diamond pads in it, and I'm gutted that I don't know where it went, because it's such like a random thing, an iconic goalie kit. Gutted I don't have that. Robert Ball says, if you could travel in time and find out if Everton won the Prem in the next 10 years, would you do it? No.
No, because Shady didn't. Then what's the point for the next 10 years? You'd be devastated.
Not that like Everton win the league keeps me going, but what if you found out other things that you didn't want to find out? Do you know what I mean? And then you try and stop yourself from that happening. But by stopping yourself, are you actually making that happen? And how could you live with that? How could you live with that torment every day of thinking, does this decision lead to me doing that thing that leads to me doing that thing? I couldn't live with that. I couldn't live with that.
My dad's first game, Stoke away, car broke down. Clive Thomas blew the full-time whistle as the ball crossed the line for an equaliser, disallowed it, and got jumped in the station by Stoke fans.
Clive Thomas has got a bit of a rep, hasn't he?
He's a twat.
No, I know what he is.
Yeah.
He's got a rep.
Yeah.
I know the answer to this already. Steve Hardy, are there any foods you cannot touch? I know Baz loves it, but tuna makes me squirm. I mean, we all know. Like, literally now, we couldn't do it because what we've done, actually, is we've banned chocolate from the studio for 40 days and 40 nights.
Like, what were you going to try and do? Make me touch something?
I was just going to say, an orange club.
Don't, because it makes me feel sick.
An orange club, right, would make Baz feel like really bad. Like if I bought a packet of orange clubs in, or if anyone else brought a box of orange clubs in, or anyone brought orange clubs in, if anyone ever brought orange clubs in, it would distress Baz to the point of, I don't know. I mean, it'd be a fantastic experiment to see what would happen if you did bring orange clubs in. I'm not saying anyone in the studio should bring orange clubs in. I'm just saying...
Oh, we definitely will.
I mean, you don't give the game away. Now, Weasley. There you go. Any food? Do you know what I don't know? What I've always not liked, or it's more the
texture.
Like I could never, like if you give me a tomato, I could never bite into it.
Do you eat tomatoes though?
I never for years, but I have started.
They're very good.
I have
plum,
started.
Just used to have the plum ones.
No, but it has to be like if it's cut and put in with stuff, or put on like a burger, or put
like. Could you not just eat a baby plum tomato? No, I never used to be able to, but I can now.
Absolute sick weirdo.
I couldn't eat one of those big.
But I could get a big orange club now and go like that. Definitely. I mean, that's weird though.
It's not. I told you I had it when I was sick, and
they used to make them.
It's kept that thing.
Isn't it though? That we said, didn't we? My sister was telling me about Archie. My nephew's got autism. He can't watch, like if you put Toy Story on, he reacts violently to it. Now he must have seen something while watching Toy Story, and they think it's triggered them. And I don't know. It might be the monkey. No, doing the.
Oh, that.
But I think that set him off. But you know what? He's dead because he's dead clever, right? For a while he really hated me, and the reason why he really hated me was.
You literally said he's dead clever.
No. But the reason why he really hated me was. I think it was the Christmas before last I come down, and I think I was really annoying him because it's all a noise. It becomes too much, and I think I really annoyed him. And for the next few times, every time I walked in the door, he'd come over. Literally, this is what happened. Come over to me, grab my hand, like he's me Bezzy, and take me out.
It's amazing.
He doesn't do it anymore because I've solved
it.
I just took him loads of orange clubs, and he was loving it. No, I've dealt with the situation, but things that, that's what I'm saying. You orange club to you in your mind signifies. No, it does. It signifies being sick.
It does, and you're making me feel sick.
But it's like when you get a smell of something sometimes, and you think about certain times.
Yeah. You're right.
There you go.
You're only right.
Orange club, running down the wing. Orange club.
making bears sing with loads of sick. Mark G says, right now, I mean, you can tell he's American because he's put, right now, gun to your heads. We don't do that in this country. We have a cup of tea and we talk about things rationally and then we moan. Which 3 sides are going down, and as a bonus, which 3 championship sides are coming up? Norwich
Norwich are gone.
Villa and
Watford, West Ham, or Bournemouth. It's one of them 3. West Ham.
Newcastle. Even though I said they couldn't be relegated.
Bournemouth are very vulnerable. Coming up.
I don't even know.
Coming up, well, West Brom,
No
they're like 7 points late. West Brom will come up. I hope Leeds don't come up. I'd love Brentford to come up. Yeah, I'm hoping it's not Leeds.
Leeds will come up.
Derby. Leeds have got, like, there's 10 games left. They normally panic in the next couple. The injuries start mounting up, and that's it, they're done.
Leeds will come up. Richard Fowles says, what's your death row meal?
Kung Po chicken with salt and pepper chips. What's yours?
Probably just like a really good burger.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean? Whatever.
I mean, Tom Walsh has gone full controversial there.
Tom Walsh says, yeah, but did they find Hitler? Well, they didn't. And that's what's good, because it leaves it open, doesn't it? They've been very clever there, because they did find them. Honestly, you want to watch it. It's amazing. And as Lindsay says, hunting for Hitler is superb. All the tunnels dug out in Europe. I'm surprised it hasn't imploded. I know that's what I mean. Like, part of it is just pure speculation, but some of the stuff that they do really find, which they do, is really, really interesting. Keith Powell says, Billy, check the sound, please. Volume decreased loads was okay at the start of the show. I mean, we've literally got Billy and the sound technician. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
the question in your job, Weasley, yeah.
Sounds fine to me.
Don't take no notice of people.
Keith's all right.
If you think it's all right, Keith's just probably having inner ear problems. But he said, we talk about Gylfi, but you mentioned Danny Drinkwater's declined. That's off the cliff since he left Leicester. But he chose that though, didn't he?
Yeah.
The minute he went to Leicester, he chose that.
The minute he went to Chelsea, that
Chelsea,
was it. He was done.
He knew that.
He voted to end his career. He did for
He
players
didn't
like...
vote, did he?
Well, yeah.
He just did
He
it.
made the decision to go.
He did a referendum in his
You've
own
got to
head.
think of, am I really going to get in a team like that? People like Danny Drinkwater don't get in Chelsea's team.
No.
A lesson to all of
Mike
you
Barrett says,
footballers.
Ped with the knowledge bomb.
Knowledge bomb.
Gaz says, evening lads, great to see Gomez back on the pitch on Sunday. Given our midfield situation, I think Gomez and Delph would be my 2 in the middle. As far as I'm concerned, Sigurðsson should never put the shirt on again. That's a bit harsh, never. You know.
Maybe if there's a testimonial or something.
Keith Powell, when I was a kid and went with my dad, parked in street between Gardner Street and Walton Church, and young lads used to look after your car. It was about 50 pence then, I guess, but how much does it cost you now? There is one that says, it's okay, there is a Rottweiler in the back seat, and the kid replies, can it put out fires? Haha, old ones are the best. I must admit, I've not chanced that. I've not seen a kid
I haven't seen a kid doing that yet.
For
There's
you.
nowhere.
No, it's a park, though.
Nowhere to park now, yeah.
I pay a £5 in the
But we have
the car park.
We have done that. Innit? We have done that in the past and
The
gone,
80s and
the
the
kids are
90s.
there, you go, well, if it don't give them the money, like he said,
Yeah, you'll burn my car out.
burn your car out, so you just give them it.
That's life.
And you think, though, they're just kids. What are they going to do if someone turns up?
Dominic something up something
I love sex.
says Balti or Jalfrezi. I'd go with Jalfrezi.
Oh, Jalfrezi, it's a little bit spicier.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, there's a few people. I mean, it actually looks like we've been sort of hacked here by a few people, but they're asking good questions, so I don't really mind.
No, not a problem.
Hey, Dominique and Shavan are just putting a load of
Emojis
emojis in.
Nice. Dominic's having a go at me because I haven't had a go at the likes, just they're on 104, but they're on 128 now, Dominic, so I think you have driven the likes
Dominic says Monkey Island on the Amiga, World Cup Italian 90 on the Mega Drive, GoldenEye multiplayer in Nintendo 64. So again,
quality games
that might be a bot, but it's a bot that's making sense.
Might not be a bot.
No, I know, but
someone who enjoys them games.
I think they're copying people's questions.
Are they? Oh, fair enough. But I prefer to read them out from that, but they are bots anyway. Maybe, I don't know, are they copying them? I don't know.
Nicky from West
Are they stealing them?
I just saw them, but
Are they stealing them off other people? I don't know.
Getting tired of blocking all these bots. What's going on? Have we been
Yeah,
botted
these are
off?
definitely bots, aren't they? I'm going to get rid of these. We've been botted off.
You can't bot all of them off, though.
Well, I can if I want.
He's stealing our questions.
I'm just going to bot them off.
Oh, okay.
Matt Mason's watching from Oz, feeling a bit rough at this silly hour. My God, what's going on with the... I've got the bot chat going here. Hang on, let me just get rid of all these.
Why are bots going on?
I don't know. Does that mean you're popular if you're getting bots?
Must be.
Happy days.
I've
just lost the question because of these bots.
You botted yourself off.
The bots got to me. I've been fully botted off. Matt's watching in Oz, but I need to scroll to find out what his question was. I mean, yeah, they've really took over, haven't they? The old bots there.
Bots are soft there, haven't they? The least he could do is like the video as well. Couldn't he?
I know.
Botted themselves off there. Right, where are we? Someone removed that thought bot.
Mike Nicholson said Gabaman is peeing me off big time. Why? Because he got injured.
Oh, come on, Mike.
What the hell's that? How can you be angry?
The situation can piss you off, but you
Gomez,
can't be having a go with him.
Did Gomez pee you off because he got injured?
You can't be having a go with him, mate.
Stop the bot. Can't stop the bot. I did stop them. But we weren't, to be honest, we weren't on YouTube. We were on Patreon.
Go on then, go down.
Oh, yeah? Alfie Boy says, reckon we could sign Lozano, keeping in mind he's failed at Napoli. I mean, again,
we should.
We've gone straight there.
Well, I mean, we've been linking him heavily. We've been linking him again today. Brands knows him. He brought him to Europe. Ancelotti's coached him. It seems to fit, but I don't know.
Why is Mike Nicholson so down on Gabaman? Never fit. Well, he's had an injury.
He's probably just he's more annoyed at the situation than Gabaman, isn't he? Let's be honest.
Don't be. Obi Bill Kenobi.
I mean, it works. Prince Rupert.
Yeah.
He knows the score. Gomez is Han Solo. Okay.
Yeah, that's a good shout.
Is that a good one?
No, I mean, he's a good-looking tall guy.
Yeah, but is he?
But I wouldn't say he's got like the
It's
skills.
Vader. Alfie Boy's foot. It's a bit harsh. Davis is Skywalker.
No, let's be honest, it's not true, is it? Bernardo's R2D2.
Oh. Hello.
Hello, beep beep. Robert Dinsmore, how far do you think England can go in the Euros? Don't care.
Not that far. You've asked for any kind of question.
I know, but I wanted interesting ones. The primal nutritionalist says the kid from the Wonder Years was in The Wizard. I know, I literally said that. We did a whole thing about it. Let's have a look.
Sensible world of soccer, Nick Lacey. It was a belter, Nick, wasn't it?
Matt Mason says, watching from Oz, feeling a bit rough at this silly hour of the morning. You guys do a really great job of keeping me company. Thanks, guys. Take care. Thanks Matt. Thanks for keeping us company.
Yeah. Thanks for the praise. Very much appreciated.
Irish Everton says, question for Baz. You recently did a video about whether or not we should sign Sidderby. At the start of the video, I said he's an amazing player. Or at the start.
I said he's an amazing player.
At the start for the video, I said, must mean you said he's an amazing player. Still of that view.
Did I say he's an amazing player? I don't remember saying he's amazing. If it did, then fair enough. I think he's very good going forward.
Jesus Christ, there's so many bots in this
chat.
But
I think defensively, he's not. But as we were saying before, I think we might have discussed this on the podcast.
Listen to the podcast or watch it if you're on Patreon.
Yeah. I think he's good going forward. Do you not think he's good going forward?
God, there's so many bots in the chat. The bots have took over.
As long as the bots put the
Murph says-
get the likes going, it's good.
Awobi runs like Phoebe Buffet.
It does actually. There is a bit of Phoebe with the arms there, isn't it?
City or Real Madrid tonight? That's from Harry.
Real Madrid.
I don't care.
Actually, no. City, if City click, they can beat.
What
them,
about that denim they were wearing? Oh my God. Ian Clark says, I think there's an underground tunnel from Paderborn, Germany to Rome. Is there? Really? All the way?
Amazing.
I mean-
if there is.
No, that can't be true. I want proof. Ian. It wasn't in Hunting for Hitler.
What, you want them to go to Paderborn and go
I want them to go. I want them to send me proof.
Okay.
Send me a link. That's all I'm asking for. It's the internet. You'll find it. Dominique's getting very, very intense on the comments here.
What's she saying?
Not saying anything. She's just, yeah. Sophie says, have you seen the Sonic movie yet? It's really good. Didn't you all like it?
Zach seen it, yeah. You liked it? I haven't seen it. You
No, I haven't seen it. No.
He liked it though, said it was good, yeah.
Spaceface 2000K says, guys, what's your greatest movie of all time? See, this is a question I can answer, right?
Yeah, it's more
is
your
that
thing.
nobody, I don't believe anybody should have a greatest film or a greatest song or a greatest book or a greatest anything. I generally don't believe anyone should have, because you can't define one thing as being the greatest. I just don't believe you can.
No, for you, maybe. In
No,
your
I know,
opinion.
that's what I'm saying. I can't define one as being the greatest. Different things have different things for me. So, so there you go.
Okay.
He says it's The Doors. That's your greatest film. Fair enough. That's what you're into. Mark G is replacing Ped and Baz as answering the questions. Fair play. Which Everton player would be the best candidate during the Avengers or the Justice League?
You, it's not me.
I don't know. I mean, none of them have got superpowers or are very, very strong. So that and they might get themselves into danger. So I wouldn't really want any of them to.
Oh, okay.
Take care of yourselves, you know what I mean? That's all I'd say. Right, last couple now. Before we finish up. The bots just destroyed the chat.
The bots were in there, weren't they?
They botted us off.
Roboted themselves up.
There's been a lot of good questions, but I'm disappointed there's not been any like mad ones. I mean, you know what I mean? There's a lot of like good ones. I just want something slightly weird so we can get our teeth into.
Graham Gooch's Test cricket was amazing on Daley Thompson's.
Steve Hardy says, talking of retro gaming, I bought a C64 Mini yesterday and spent hours downloading loads of games. Today I've been playing Emma Hughes International Soccer, Graham Gooch's Test cricket, and Daley Thompson's Olympics. No one's where you're like, no way you've got to go, oh, that was so hard.
You go like that, you can't
These kids
look.
will never know.
No.
Never know.
No.
They'll never know.
You'd have to bang the keys hard as you could, man.
Mike Barrett says, nice Baz, was just thinking about Emma Hughes' soccer used to run right up to the goalie and smash it through his legs.
Or the cross from the left-hand side of the bar and go in on the side. But you could change, like, it was a boss game at that time, and, like, it was the, like, next game to change, like, how much you could do.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? You know, we'd have, like, a level of game, you could only do the same thing, then you could do a bit more.
That went up a level.
And then it goes up a level again. Class. And then sensible World of Soccer was incredible.
Simon Rouse says, most enjoyable time playing games was on the Amiga 500. Everyone who owned one had hundreds of games, as you could just copy the discs on your mates. Good times.
Boss.
That's it.
Great times.
Listen, you can't beat a bit of piracy.
Tom Walsh, The Rock.
Tom Walsh, who's the best WWE wrestler turned actor in your opinion.
The Rock.
It's got to be The Rock, hasn't it?
There's nobody.
It's got to be, you know what I mean?
John Cena's literally just John Cena playing himself. Randy Orton.
I mean, The Rock is essentially The Rock.
No,
but
no,
The Rock sound.
But The Rock's boss.
I watched a good thing the other day, by the way. So have you ever seen The Mummy 2?
Yeah.
Right? You know The Rock's in it.
Yeah,
You know the Scorpion King and how bad it is.
Yeah.
How terrible it is, like PlayStation 2. Well, I watch a channel called Mr. Sunday Movies, and it does a show called The Caravan of Garbage, and it goes back and looks at old things and says, like, were they actually good or not? And it does a thing about, it done one on that, it's been doing The Mummy. And it did, it was like, it's a decent film. And then you got to that moment where everyone was dead excited because The Rock was going to be this character, and it was terrible. So they linked it to this other video where this special effects team who do that for a living go back and touch up old things. And they went back, and what they did was they got the footage, and there's a team of them, and they all worked on different parts of the clip where he comes out, but to improve it. And then this one guy took clips of The Rock playing the Scorpion King in the Scorpion King film, and then used them on the face and made it look like 100 times better by doing all this different stuff. And it's mad that, like, what you can do now. It's like, but these were just using like basic tools, and they only spent like a day on it. You can imagine if like someone actually gave them time to do it properly, you could probably make it absolutely seamless. And I know the film's not good enough that you would do that, but that was ridiculous how bad that was. Gary Ward says, have fun storming the castle. I hope that's a euphemism. Lucas says, how have you guys not seen The Princess Bride? I'm 20 and have seen it heaps of times. Lucas, I know, mate. It's a disgrace. He also says, my name isn't Indigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. That's a big part of it. He's looking for the man with 6 fingers. He's looking for the 6 fingers man.
Princess Bride?
No, this man who's in it. Oh. He's looking for the 6 finger man who killed his dad.
His dad, obviously.
I know, and he's going to prepare to... It's a great film. It's a proper funny film.
Yeah.
I think it was in it. Mel Smith is in it. Okay. Billy Crystal's in it. Okay. Who else is in it? Carol Kane's in it.
Oh, she's in it.
Be all over it. Carol's in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fantastic film. I can't believe you haven't seen it. Steve Hardy says, have you tried salted caramel Twix? Suppose my co-ops have them over here, but I can't find any of them yet.
Supposedly only co-ops have them. Caramel salt. Well, I won't be trying them because it's Lent.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Tom Walsh says, but what's your opinion on mint clubs? I like mint clubs.
Steve Derby to come up past, they're about 14th. They're only about,
to be fair,
7 points.
It is the championship, isn't
it? I know they lost last night 3-1 to QPR. I watched them on Friday against Fulham. Rooney scored a pen, and then Mitrovic scored.
Great pen.
But now
Tom Walsh says, what if every country has ninjas and we only know about Japanese ones because they've been caught? Well, they're called spies.
Yeah.
Really, aren't they?
Yeah.
They're called spies. Georgie says, realistically, do you think we can get Europa? Realistically, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course we can. Tom Walsh says, are you excited for the amber snow warnings in the northwest tomorrow, early morning?
Yeah, probably. See a bit of snow.
I love a bit of mad weather.
We won't get it.
No, we won't because we're hidden.
We never get it.
We're hidden. The Pennines and Snowdon.
No, stay, you're right, Darby. It's 10 points now. On Friday, if they'd have won the 2, they were in the mix. They're not now. They've lost too many games. But Forest, mate, I'd like Forest to come back up, I think. Good to see Forest back in the league.
P. Mayer says, best wrestler turned actor with Roddy Piper, They Live.
No, The Rock was better.
It's a good film, though. But he's not a very good actor.
Yeah.
I mean, The Rock is the most... he got like the highest salary every year because he does like 25 films.
He does do everything, but
fair play to him. Vaughan says, did you play Subbuteo as kids?
Yeah.
I did. Not loads.
Did you play striker? And you're at the head?
No. I played that other one where, was it a Tommy one? Remember the Tommy one with the little stadium and all the lights and that?
Yeah.
There you go.
Did I?
Yeah.
Matt Mason misses the snow.
There you go.
I'm a bit disappointed. We had to 148 likes. I would have liked 150. That's that's a bog standard. But
there you go. We're done.
What can you do?
Another successful live.
We were botted off there.
We were.
When you botted off,
the bots got the better of us.
It shows you that things are going the right way.
Yeah. Have you seen Quentin Rampage Jackson as an actor in the A-Team? There's also pictures of him online wearing an Everton shirt. Go and check them out.
There you go.
Because he used to train in Warrington.
A
lot of UFC fighters used to train, and the ref the ref Dan Thingo, these pictures of him, he's been to a few Everton games because he used to do the thing up there. Stuart says, Ped, will you have a boxing match? Well, it depends who it's with. I mean, if it's against Tyson Fury, no.
Yeah,
I won't.
What would be the
You ever
point?
seen that video of Wilder when he's on a show in America and there's a mask off and he punches him full blast?
Yeah, knocks him over.
And
yeah,
he just
yeah.
they're like
looking at him, yeah.
like,
He just
did you think that was padded or
yeah,
something?
smashes
It's
him.
awful.
Yeah. Not good. P-Murph, no, that's too short.
That's him, Dan Migalala. That's him. Pictures of him at Everton games, been to Everton games.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Is P-Murph saying that the live was too short? We've done over an hour.
It's over an hour. It's hour and 15 minutes.
Come on, P-Murph, man.
I mean, you get it every day if you're on Patreon. Like, literally.
You
Do
get
you know
to
what I mean?
phone us. You get to
phone
phone
ins
in.
and everything.
No bots there. Right, let's do it.
That's it. We're done. Thank you for everyone.
Thanks,
There's
everyone.
still loads of questions coming
And
in. But you know
thanks
what I
to
mean?
the bots.
Thanks to the bots.
Just they've
Beep, ba 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 da bots. Ba 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 da bots. There you go. Billy, take us out, mate. Come on.
See you
sort us
later.
out. Knock the sound off. Take us out. Come on.